It's crazy to think that Assassin's Creed is 16 years old. With 13 main games, it's one of the most popular video game franchises of our generation. AC Mirage being the 13th installment of the franchise, Ubisoft promised to bring Assassin's Creed back to its roots with this game. Now, does Mirage live up to that? Well, kinda, but unfortunately, it's not really that great. In today's video, I will point out the 3 reasons why AC Mirage doesn't live up to what Ubisoft promised. But before we start, welcome to LCC Gaming. If you enjoy the content that I produce, then please hit that subscribe button. And also, if you enjoy this video, please leave it a like. Here are my 3 reasons why I believe Assassin's Creed Mirage is a letdown. Now, number 1, the story. AC Mirage follows Basim, a character from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Let me be honest, I liked Valhalla, but I wasn't a fan of Basim. I think what really hurt the story is the fact that its main protagonist is a villain from another game who was already pretty uninteresting. Unfortunately, the story in this game doesn't really do much to improve on his character. Now, without spoiling anything, I will just say that the story was pretty bland, and the impactful moments, well, they really didn't have much impact. I think the story in AC games has gone down in quality in favor of the large open world RPG, with the promise of Mirage moving away from that to something much more simple. The lack of a good story doesn't really help it. Plus, with characters interacting like this...
About this contract, I do not want you to mistake my words for pestering. I am only looking out for you, ya Sadiki.
It is no inconvenience to stand up to our oppressors as the Hidden Ones do.
Do you think yourself some hero of tomorrow? The next Gilgamesh?
It also takes away from the experience. For number 2, the game's sluggish movement system. Now, if you didn't know, Mirage was originally going to be a DLC for Valhalla. Ubisoft realized how big it was and decided to make it into its own game. Playing over a day's worth of the game, it's quite obvious what the game was supposed to be. It feels and looks like Valhalla. Now, I will say, unlike others, I really love the visuals of this game. The city Baghdad looks pretty darn good, and the game engine that Ubisoft uses is pretty underrated. Unfortunately, I can't say much for the movement system. The movement system from Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins was designed for a massive open world. When you condense that down to a smaller map with a large city, the movement is janky and sluggish. It's 2023, and I feel like I have an easier time moving around in AC1 and the Ezio Collection. And finally, number 3, the game's mid-combat. Ubisoft heavily pushed for a stealthy approach in this game, and you can tell this is how they want you to play it. Now, the stealth is alright, and there's nothing groundbreaking about it. I think the push for stealth was a way to hide the game's very lackluster combat. Once you do get into a combat situation, let's be honest, it really sucks. There's not a lot that you can do, and every altercation you get into ends pretty quickly. The bosses in this game really don't put up a fight, especially the final boss. Thinking this game is basically Valhalla, you would have thought that it would have included its incredible combat, but no, there's no trace of that. Plus, you're given everything early on, and there's nothing cool for you to work your way towards to. I'm glad Ubisoft chose to do a smaller game with one direct story. I'm growing tired of massive games with stories that are all over the place. AC Mirage, well, it had the right idea, but unfortunately, it didn't execute it that well. Its tie-in with Valhalla really holds it back. If I had to give you an example of nostalgia bait, I would hand you this game. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any thoughts that you want to share about Assassin's Creed Mirage, please let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, LCC out.